Welcome back, everybody. It looks like it's about 10 after 8. Let's jump right into it. Now we can see I've been working on something. So we've got HCMC, Healthier Choices, and they popped up on a long-term rock bottom weekly chart. And we can see that it's got a little bar coding going on here. All right. And we're using a couple of our studies. We've got our pump and dump detector, which we've incorporated into the top now. So we've got our bottom, and we've got our pump signal here that should be valid. All right, so we can get rid of that on the bottom now. We've got our market forecast that, if this is the same one, it's probably still the same one from Ken Rose. So we have to say thank you to Ken Rose for that. And I'm not sure where this one comes from, but if it says in here, it comes from Mobius. So thank you, Mobius, for that. All right. And we'll hit apply. There we go. But these are kind of similar, but they show different things. All right, now let's jump over here to Aapl. And we can see we've got some price targets over here on the side. 150, 151.72, 52.72, 54.28, 55.99. Yeah, 155.99. Okay, let's see. Any for Aapl. Let's see, any. Let's see, we've got Didi. We are on a 30-minute time chart. Let's go out to 15-minute here. Or maybe even pull out to, say, like 1 hour. Okay, so we are getting a %B and a rock bottom. Yeah, that did happen. It's continuing to trend up. All right, Kplt. They're a little low right now, but they might come up. Looks like they got some pumps yesterday. Pump, 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 pump. Lizi. Okay. Zev. Lightning E-Motors. This was one I was watching a few weeks ago. And we get a PVT signal. Okay. Which is a price and volume, say, trend signal. Okay, but this is an awful lot. And we've got a consolidation box. The consolidation box is up here to tell you when it's in consolidation. Okay. Let's go over to the AMC. And we are looking at a zigzag trend. Alright. But we don't have to use that one. Let's check out our weekly Smart ADX. See if there's anything there. And we do this YouTube example that gives you, oh, okay, Apple, AMD, any, and Tesla. All right. Now Tesla's got this line here that we just broke above. We can see it's a big consolidation. Alright, we're almost up into our upper targets here, so we're probably looking for reversal here soon, but it could keep running. It's getting a pump signal. And AMD and Apple. Looks like this might cross over and get bullish. It's a nice bounce there. Looks like we're trying to come up, but it is a little falling momentum. So this market forecast 2 is it's a very good study. But they have that right over here in Thinkorswim. You just type in market, I guess market F, and it's right here. But we have a couple market forecasts here. And looks like we got our bottom, our %Bs and %R signal started catching it. Caught it right there. In the middle of the run, we caught a pump. Okay. I like it. I like the little setup here. Let's pull that to the weekly, and we get PVTs and pumps and all kind of signals in there. Okay. Weekly charts. And looking at Tesla, we see our bottom here, and then it starts pump, 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 pump. And it looks like Zev is on the gamma squeezing. It's having a little gamma squeeze today. Okay. Does look like on the weekly it's ready to go up. On the daily here, though, big consolidation time. But and that's those are good looking signals too. But we need to see this cross above and break above this line. See, looks like it's short there on the daily. A long weekly. Outside bar. It's not one I typically see on that, but okay. It's yelling at me. It says outside bar. So maybe that's like a big signal. And it's getting on a pump signal too, so that's interesting. Okay, so on the 4 hour, outside bar, exclamation point, so that's a big deal. And we're getting a pump signal, which is one I made. Okay, long. And it's showing a pump signal again here. Let's see our 15-minute. All right. So our 15-minute here looks like we're to a positive spread now. Oh. And down to the 1 minute. And that's why we like to check every time frame. So we need to know what's going on every time frame. That way we know how we might want to consider trading. You know, something bearish on a 1 minute time frame, but bullish on the hour. Yeah, you might get a pullback in the first hour, and then it continues on up. So there might be a little bit of logic required. One must think just a little bit. Sometimes we think too hard. It will hurt your brain. Let's see here. And I made those DMI studies for overbought and oversold. And those gave me the testing I needed. Kplt. To test one of the indicators that I've been working on to make sure that the overbought and oversold labels work. Although it seemed like they didn't work. Oh, wow, look how wide that bid-ask spread is. Now me wonder. Let's jump over to the market maker move. and see if that is anywhere near as wide or is just as the same as the bid-ask spread. I guess, let's see. I don't get to see the market maker move on that one. Or if they, here we go. Here's one I can see it. Alright, so the market maker move and the bid-ask spread, they're a little bit different, but this market maker has $1.57, 17% of today's chunks. Okay. Man, he made 17% today. If you could do that every day, that's incredible. All right. This might be up for a reversal, really. See, it already hit its bottom, had a nice little run, have a little reversal down to here. Then they might take the price on up above this midline where it eventually needs to go to. And let's find another watch list here. And Chende low arrow on the 1 minute is a good list. It's going to move quick though. You know, these won't be valid for long. Well, we come in and find one that's going to be valid for a little bit. Say weekly or daily or 4 hour. Now we can find something to swing trade. All right. That should be heading up. So that's the thought, the idea there. It's got some momentum coming into it, though. Looks like Zoom's down here at the bottom. Trill. Okay, our market maker moves up here, so at least we've moved the price higher. And this consolidation box and the other studies I've got over at usethinkscript.com. That's a good place to get stuff. Of course, once I feel like I have something that's worth contributing back, I'll share it back over there. But I don't want to put just any old things over there. It's got to be worth sharing. Let's check out the GME real quick. Kind of similar. See, we did hit a bottom down there, though, so let's see how it does with this trend line. See if it holds that and then breaks out or not. We can't get that list to pop up with anything. Kind of seems like a lot of them are being, they're not working today. let's go over to range, and we'll go with 5-day and 25 ticks. And then these consolidation boxes are a little easier to see. There we go. And I think we only might need 1 day worth of data. There we go. So really, what we can do is just sit here and watch it and see how it starts to trend. Now our bottom indicator seems to be catching early. I'm not really sure how to go in and fix that. There is a signal I did have that would pinpoint it down. I've got to remember in my mind though what I thought of, and I can't quite remember it, and I can't quite find it. I must have moved it somewhere. I don't know. So yeah, we'll figure it out. But silly me. All right. Seems like we also look for breaks above this line here too. All right, and I've been working on a Chiku strategy. Hopefully we can get that to work. So let's get rid of our market forecast here. And let's go. I see these are starting to trend up. That's a very good sign. All right. And let's go over to the AMC. Cool. I can have my market maker move study back. They took it away for a while. I was a little upset about that. Like, why did they take that away? I mean, it doesn't, doesn't make sense. But I think just on some of them, it just doesn't work. If it can't process and do the maths. So, kind of like some of my other studies, they just don't work sometimes. All right, back out to the weekly. Okay, so that's kind of cool. Now we can see what's going on here. And we can see that my prediction thus far has been very correct. So we'll see how it handles this next transition through these supports and resistances through here. And it's got this really big upwards wedge coming, though. Yeah. So it does seem like it could have a big reversal coming anytime. I'm not exactly sure where the mean is, but if it stays somewhere down here, then it'll still drop. It'll pop up and drop back down to this $40 zone, and kind of looks like they're building a nice steady area for it to trade within to keep it reasonable. So I would say that would be fair. That would be a nice fair evaluation for it, and that would keep it under control. So I like it. A little bit of a pop. Now we've got what's coming up here. Oh, earnings in November 1st. Okay. All right. Looks like ZM. Let's go check out ZM now. They're getting added to the gamma list. And that's okay. 322 and 372. So that's a nice little area to take over too, but they're kind of sitting a little bit more in the middle, so I really wouldn't play with that much. But I would use that as a nice area, to play off of, whether it goes above or below. Gonna expect, below. Looks like things are falling here. No parabolic SAR bull crosses. Let's see. Money flow on the 4 hour. and AMC added to the swing index. All right. New Park Resources. Looks like a lot of stocks are doing this right now. So once we start to bottom out, we bottom out, look for the trend back up. Let's see what's on our gamma list there. All right, so Aapl, Futu, Holdings, okay, Zev, and ZM. All right. Let's see, Aapl keeps a nice low market maker move. You know, you can't quite see that one. 7%. You know, okay. $103 and 86. So they've got a pretty wide spread right here. They've got built up here in Futu. Those look like about the ones that are on the daily, though. That doesn't look great. 4-hour charts look better. Oof. It's a big spread. Stop it. Let's see, is Aapl trading right now? I mean, yeah, there are people in here trading it. Although, I mean, everybody was probably over in AMC, or at least watching it. And I'm sure a lot of orders are going to set off once the market opens. Okay. But here we go. Let's get rid of our market maker move study. And what is this one? Oh, okay. These are our Arun, you know, indicator signals here. Okay. Or our pump and dump bubbles. There we go. And it gives us our pump and our bottom. And IDEX is up on the arrow low daily, so maybe IDEX is going to have a good morning. All right. Now, let's get rid of this lower study here. Okay. So many little bubble plots. And it looks like on other OTCs, where I've seen this number much higher, this is 100. You know, which still isn't much of anything. You know, they're expecting way higher out of it. Alright. And maybe let's go over here. We'll jump over into a 25 tick. Looks like Lizi is also and we can get rid of these, get rid of that, get rid of that. And it looks like the consolidation box gets to go this time. All right. All right. Now we can see what's going on here. So this is what we see with AMC. Right now we're just getting the first close above, but we haven't really quite turned green yet. And let's go over and see where our other lists are. Yes, the Momo LBR lists. Those always come up with things. And let's look for sentiment here. Low float poppers. Okay. And then for the market sentiment on the daily, we've got AMC, FUTU, TIGR, and ZM. Of course, we can just go right over and look at our gap ups. And see what's going on here. GSAT, but big. Kplt. What's this? Yahoo. And our other public, percent gainers. We can check those out. Looks like there's a bunch of them, though. And I mean, yesterday was pretty much an all green day, so I'm not surprised to see a little red today. So maybe money's coming out of the bank stocks to go into the tech stocks. Looks like BP. Let's see if we can find any Darvis box bull flags. BEKE, Baidu, Doll. Okay, we need to check out BEKE. Okay, now I was checking out BEKE, let's see, a couple weeks back. Well, yeah. And it had been showing up on my lists ever since, I guess it probably started this downwards descent. It started showing up. But being here, hitting its low on the daily, we need to make sure it's its low on this weekly here. All right. And figure out where some of these levels are at. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to expect a dip and a wave, so it's probably going to have to trade sideways. Alright, so let's clear that one. Let's get through this one. And let's get through this level here. Alright, so we'll watch it as it starts to climb back up. Yeah, it's got some levels to come up through. Yeah, it looks like here's another one too. The $35 level. Okay. And it is trading sideways, so we see that. So we'll wait. I mean, sideways is a good time to start acquiring shares or planning moves. All right. SPRT. Pick me up before you go. Pump me up before you go. Harami, hammer. Okay. You see? So I like going through here and watching the orders fill. It's interesting to see the the bid and ask. And then we can get like our volume stuffs. Yeah. All right, and there's lots of other volumes here too. These are some of the ones that I like to take a look at. Now I wonder if we could play the unusual volume indicator. Because this was a big divergence. And price went up. And a bigger divergence, price went up. I wonder if we can keep looking for those. Our Vortex 4-way doesn't want to work. No, there's nothing on it. And we get our pre-market volume here. Looks like that's a label, not an indicator. But that's good. Wonder if there's anything else in there. No. I'm looking for hidden gems. Although we might actually have one right here. We might have a good thing. Yep. Very good. All right. All right. Now look at the way this thing traded. Fidelity MSCI Telecommunications.NV. Now this just has an interesting trading. Let's see what the volume is on it. Oh, okay. Well, I don't know why this came across my list then. Guess I'm not allowed to trade that. That's not fair. Don't show me things I can't trade. And let's see what Kplt signals we get. And back over to our example here. No close, a number of closes above 2 standard REI volume standard deviation. In the past 10 bars, none. Okay. Now let's get rid of our unusual volume. Billy. B-I-L-I was one from yesterday. Looks like View. And A-Firm. As A-Firm managed to slip away from us yesterday on our lists. Even though I was well aware of it, I don't typically trust holding companies that much. Unless I've heard of them and know what they do. I mean, it's best to be informed about something you're going to invest in, or you shouldn't do it. But looking at A-Firm, we do see that it did throw off some very long-term signals that gave us plenty of opportunity. Future FinTech. Now this is one that looks like it's going to go into some consolidating before they come up. Looks like this one too. It's consolidation time. Okay. VBLT. We'll have to check them out, see what they're doing. I don't know what this is, but I've been here before, and obviously it worked, because I charted this big arc, and then boom, price blew up outside of the arc, and I've been down in there before too. Interesting. Alright. So the arcs, they were valid. Hutchinson, China. Kingsoft. Cloud Holdings. Okay. So there's lots of stuff to look at today, not just the AMC and GME and whatnot. Let's check out our 52 weekly lows, but on the daily. We can see ZM, ZEV, and many other examples. AMC's on there too, BTBT. Now BTBT was one that I've been following ever since it hit its low down here. As you can see, I've had it charted. It followed it very well. Alright, FIVN and the test stock. They just went off. ACIU, AC Immune, BORRRHE, SWE. Oh, wow. Oh la la, PVT. PVT, price and volume trend is good. Looks like it caught it right here and then blew up to a big pump. All right. So ACIU Immune. All right. So coming in here, looking at our pre-market movers. Looks like ZM dropped. But ZEV is having a move too. And BTBT. Looks like they're still alive, but Big is still alive. And he had a little pullback. But yeah, let's get down on the smaller time frame and watch this thing rock out. And basically we can look for our confirmations and our, validations out of our trends. Our confirmation in, and then we'll look to be validated out. Alright. So these are ones that did hit that 52 weekly low, but on their daily chart so far. But if we really want, we can go for the percent gainers and the gap ups. Those should be fairly similar. SVRA. Okay, so it looks like there is more buying than there is selling, but people want to get in under that, in that nice good price zone. And they probably won't get it, but they might. And we have a little volume and standard deviation tool we like to use. It's a lower study. Let's see. I don't think this is going to be it, but it might be. I don't think so. Here. We have to do not our channels. There we go. Now this gives us standard error and standard deviation all in one. And we can look at something when it has a big move and see, how many deviations it has moved and, on what type of time frame, how it's moved before, 2 deviations down, okay? Or you look at something like Tesla and it ends up being 60 or 80 deviations, which is like, how? So, very interesting. See, even on the 4-hour chart, Tesla can get up to 20 deviations before it finds its reversal. So, it's nice to have this lower indicator. That way you can see the momentum and know when it's starting to die off. And whether or not it's likely to break through its next deviation level, based on whether, I guess, it's pointed up or down, or, however you might want to look at it. And we can do Fibonacci lines that automatically plot with standard deviation and trend lines. I don't think we need all that right now, though. And this is one that I was working on, too. A little combo of some studies there. And I still need to work on getting some of these other things. Like maybe a bubble when we cross a standard deviation or something like that. Multiple signals. All right, looks like BTBT's back up on the zigzag trend list. Excellent. Well, I think I'll let everybody get off of here for today. If you watched, thanks. If you missed out live, make sure you tune in live next time. I'll see you in the next video.